This is Laura Duncan from CSMS. Today we're going to be graphing systems of inequalities. Let's begin with the bell work today. Two solutions that I picked out were the points 2, 0 and the origin because they are in the shaded area of the inequality. However, two solutions that would not work are any point on the dotted line. So the point 1, 0 would not work because it is on the line, and because the line is dotted, it is not a solution because it is not something that will make the inequality true. Anything outside, like this point right here, -3, 0, would not work because it's outside of the shaded area. Now, we're going to sketch the graph of these linear inequalities. When we have a system, that implies more than one. So first, let's graph the first inequality. It will have a slope of -2, so that would be -2/1, and it will have a y-intercept of 0, 6. Because y is greater than, it's going to be a dotted line, and it's greater than, so we're going to shade above the graph. So first, pause the video and graph that line. All right, so you've graphed your line. Please be sure to write arrows at the end of your line, and I hope your line doesn't look as bad as mine does. Please use a straight edge. In this application, I cannot use a straight edge, so therefore my line is not going to look as good as yours. So we're looking at this inequality, and I have drawn my line. Now I've made sure it's dotted, and I'm going to shade above the inequality. So shade in one color. If you want to shade with your pencil, that is okay, but shade very, very lightly if you're shading with your pencil, because it's going to be important when we shade the next one that we're able to see one inequality from the next. So this is our first inequality. Now let's go back and find the second inequality. Let's graph this one. So we have a slope of 1 and a y-intercept of -3. It will be a dotted line, and it will be shaded below because it's less than. Please pause the video and graph your line. All right, now that we have drawn our line, and again, it's not perfect, so please use a straight edge. One important thing to note is where the lines cross. They meet at this point right here, at the point 3, 0. So it's good to know where they cross and to see your points clearly. Now let's shade. We're going to be shading below this line. And so as you can see, there's going to be some intersection where the yellow and blue make green. So where the yellow and blue make green is the solution to the system of inequalities. When you have a system of inequalities, for a solution to be true, it must satisfy both inequalities. So in the blue section here, it is only satisfied by one inequality. The yellow section here, it only is satisfied by one inequality. However, in the green section, it satisfies both inequalities. So the green section is where the solution will be found. Let's look at problem number 2. The problem in problem number 2 is that the y's are not in slope-intercept form. So let's begin there and make each one in slope-intercept form. Remember that when you're making them in slope-intercept form and you happen to divide by a negative, do you hear something? You should hear bells, sirens, and whistles, because you need to remember to switch the sign when you divide by a negative. So this is our inequality that we will graph. The inequality will have a solid line, and it will be shaded below. Let's begin graphing this inequality. Please pause the video and graph your line at this time. All right, so I have my line. It's a solid line. Please put your arrows on the end. And on this line, we are going to shade below. So since we're shading below, all of this area right here will satisfy that inequality. Let's go back to our other inequality. Please first put this inequality into slope-intercept form. Please pause the video as you do that. In our second inequality, did you remember to switch the sign because you divided by a negative? So in this one, we will have a dotted line, and it will be shaded above. We'll begin with a y-intercept of 0, -9, and a slope of 3/2. Please pause the video while you graph your line. All right, now I've drawn my line. I've tried to go back and clean up some of the mistakes that I made because I don't have a straight edge. So using a straight edge is so important. But back to this blue line, it's going to be dotted, and I've made it dotted, and we're shading it above. So since we're shading it above, all the red that's below down here, that is not going to be a solution. I want to point out this yellow dot. This yellow dot is where they intersect, and that is the point 10, 6. So I think that's a good point to know where your lines intersect. Now let's look for 2 points that are in the solution and 2 points that are not in the solution. Let's talk about 2 points that are in the solution. If they're in the solution, they must be in the solution set that is shaded by both inequalities. So that point right there would be in the solution set. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 0 would be a point that is in the solution set. So that's one point that works. Let's look for one that's on the y-axis. So this point right here is in the solution set. So let's find out what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 0, -6 is in the solution set. Let's talk about that one where they intersect, 10, 6. That one would not be in the solution set. The reason why it's not in the solution set is because this line is dotted. Since that line is dotted, it is not in the solution set. And so to be included in the solution set, it must satisfy both inequalities, not just one. So then anything down here would not be in the solution set. The origin is not in the solution set. Let's go on to the next problem. On number 3, they are not in slope-intercept form, so let's change that. Please pause the video as you do that now. We have the first inequality. I sure do hope you heard those bells, sirens, and whistles going off. We're going to have a dotted line, and it will be shaded below. So let's go ahead and do that one. We have a y-intercept of 1. Go ahead and pause the video, and you may finish out that line. We have our line. Remember, it's dashed, and we're going to shade below the line. So all of these ordered pairs down here will be solutions to this inequality. But we need to find the solution to both inequalities when we are finding the solutions to a system of inequalities. So let's go back to our other inequality. Please get it into slope-intercept form. You may pause the video at this time. All right, we heard some more bells, sirens, and whistles as we had to switch the inequality. Oh, and I forgot to switch it. Go back and fix your mistake if you did not switch it like I didn't. And it's going to be a dotted line, and we're going to shade above. So starting off at the y-intercept at y equals -2, and then we'll go up 1 over 3. So we'll go down 2, that's our first point, and we'll go up 1 over 3 for the slope. Please pause the video and finish up your line. All right, so on this line, we are shading above. So all of this will be shaded. However, the intersection happens only between the two lines. That's where the intersection of the inequalities happen. So if you like, please shade those darker or shade them a different color to show that this part, this blue part right here, is the solution to this system of inequalities. Please try number 4 on your own. Now let's look at number 4. The solution to number 4 is right here, because this one is shaded below, but the intersection is where it's below both of them. Now let's look at number 5. On number 5, there are 3 inequalities. So let's look at the first one. The first one is a special case. We would say it's a VUC, so it will be a vertical line, and x will be greater than or equal to -3. So we're going to draw a vertical line at -3, and because this is a greater than or equal to, it will be a solid line. Now that I have my line drawn, we're going to shade where x is greater than or equal to -3. So in this case, that would be to the left or to the right. So x is greater than -3 to the right. So we are going to shade this to the right. All of these are solutions to that inequality. Let's do the next one. The next one is y is less than 5. So that's also a special case. It's going to be a horizontal line, and it will be y is less than 5. So let's come over here. We'll go to y is equal to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. And since it's less than, we will draw a dashed line. Since it's less than 5, we will be shading below. So all of this below the line will be shaded. However, it's only over here that it intersects with my other inequality. But wait, there's more. We're going to isolate the y here. So we'll subtract x from each side. We'll have -3y is greater than, and I'm going to rearrange this so that the x is first. Now bells, sirens, and whistles should be going off in your head because we have to switch this due to dividing by a negative number. So I'm going to write this as 1/3 x instead of x over 3. It makes more sense because the slope is 1/3. Now let's draw the line and then we'll come back and shade it momentarily. Please pause the video here. Alright, so that was a shaded or a dotted line, and we're going to shade beneath the line. Notice I'm just going to shade right here because I want you to see that we're shading below the line. On this side, it does not intersect with our other solution, so our solution will be right here. Let's go on to number 6. We're going to tell whether the ordered pair is a solution to the system of equations, and you'll show your work. So when we're doing this, we're trying to see if this satisfies the inequality. So since it's an x and y value, we're simply going to substitute it into our inequality. So we have 3, and our x value is 2, plus 2 times y, our y value is 1, and it's greater than -4. We're trying to see if that is true or not. So we have, this is -6, plus 2 is greater than -4. So -4 is greater than -4. Is that true? No, it would have to be greater than or equal to. So the nice thing about this is if it doesn't satisfy 1, then it doesn't satisfy the system of inequalities. Let's take a look at the next one. The next one is an x and a y. So we'll substitute it into this first inequality. So -3 and then the minus sign. Our y is -10, so it'll be minus -10 is less than or equal to 7. Well, that's the same thing as saying 3 plus 10. So 3 plus 10 is 7 is less than or equal to 7. Well, that is true. So that one fits that inequality. Let's try the next one. We have 3 times x, which is -3, minus y. Y is -10, so it's minus -10 is greater than or equal to -19. So that would be -9 plus 10 is greater than or equal to -19. So that would be 1 is greater than or equal to -19. Well, that is also true. So since this point satisfies both, then yes. Let's turn that into a yes. Yes, it does satisfy this system of inequalities. This concludes the lesson for topic 8-2,